Being openly gay and a member of the LDS Church.
I didn't see happiness in living and being openly gay.
How some are struggling in a culture rooted deeply in faith. That story coming up in 60 seconds.
Homelessness, being ostracized from families, and suicide. Those are some of the issues that local activists say they deal with when some people come out as gay.
The problem, some claim, can be exacerbated in a culture rooted deeply in faith like Utah. Fox 13's Ben Winslow takes a look at this issue in our series, Mormons, Gays, and Change.
A recent poll by the Public Religion Research Institute found that 2/3 of those surveyed believe the messages coming from churches contribute to suicides among gay and lesbian youth. We met one woman who says religion was one of many factors that led her to attempt to take her own life.
It's the young kid who's sitting on the couch with, his family listening to General Conference and being told that he or she is impure.
Deanna Worthington grew up in an LDS family but struggled with being gay and a member of the Mormon faith.
I was referred to Christian and LDS therapist who said that I basically needed a good female role model and to go on a mission, get married and have kids, and I would be fine and I wouldn't have these feelings anymore.
But she says it only made her more depressed.
I didn't see happiness in living and being openly gay. At the time I didn't. And so taking my life was just what I felt I had to do.
The Suicide Prevention Resource Center says suicide is the #1 cause of death for LGBT youth, although there is little to no data to link faith to suicide. According to the Department of Health, Utah has one of the highest suicide rates in America. The LDS Church says the causes of suicide are complex, and no one really understands why someone would take their life. They say that one suicide is too many.
The Church's doctrine is based on love. We believe that our purpose in life is to learn, grow, and develop, and that God's unreserved love enables each of us to reach our potential.
It was in the hospital that Worthington says she came out to her family. Now,
I'm happier than I've ever been.
Why?
Because I know that I'm me. And I'm not lying about it. I'm not trying to be something that someone else wants me to be.
And she has a message for those contemplating suicide.
Just take a step back and know that you are loved and you're worth something and it gets better.
Coming up later in the newscast, the group Volunteers of America says as many as 42% of homeless youth in Utah identify as something other than straight. A look at homeless teens on our streets and what some of them have had to do to survive. In the newsroom, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Social workers say for some kids, it's a harsh slap in the face. They come out to their parents expecting them to love and understand what they're going through. Instead, they're kicked out on the street.
Fox 13's Ben Winslow takes a look at the issue in our series on Mormons, Gays, and Change.
The homeless advocacy group Volunteers of America says nearly half of the hundreds of children estimated to live on the streets here in Utah identify as something other than straight. But many say they're not getting the help they need.
Dr. Caitlin Ryan has conducted a first-of-its-kind study on family acceptance involving gay, lesbian, and bisexual youth. Some of the results were discussed at this conference on family acceptance involving gays and lesbians here in Salt Lake City. The study found that gay teens are 8 times more likely to attempt suicide if they're rejected from their homes. They're nearly 6 times more likely to suffer from depression, more likely to use illegal drugs, or practice unsafe sex.
We know certainly from our research that about 1 in 3 of these young people had been ejected from their homes.
My parents struggled with the fact that I was not straight, I'm not heterosexual, that I'm queer. My parents had a very hard time grasping that.
For the past 2 years, 19-year-old Katrina Okeson has been couch surfing and camping in the foothills with other homeless teens. She's not alone.
LGBTQ youth are considered throwaway youth, so they generally don't have any intention of running away, but when they come out to their parents, they end up being asked to leave.
It's just a lack of information on, parents' behalf, church's behalf, at least as far as I'm concerned.
There are kids that are in abandoned buildings making a home for themselves because they have nowhere else to go.
There is no shelter specifically for homeless youth of any orientation here. The Volunteers of America drop-in center closes each night.
We have kids who have to engage in prostitution in order to eat and to sleep somewhere.
When I was regularly going to the Homeless Youth Resource Center downtown, we were getting new waves of kids at least every other month, and new waves of kids consisted of at least 15 to 30 new faces that we had never seen before.
Okeson has begun speaking out about her situation. She works with a group that helps homeless gay youth called Operation Shine America. She says the right kind of education is vital.
Until they get that information, they're not going to be able to deal with it. If their beliefs are, you know, religious-based or just anti-queer.
Even those who support church doctrine when it comes to homosexuality oppose ostracizing gay family members.
That a family would ever reject a child for any reason, you know, is just unthinkable.
The conversation has started, so between me, Volunteers of America, other advocates in the community for homeless youth, and the LDS Church, there is definitely a conversation that's being had.
And that dialogue leads us to the question, can the church and the gay community find some common ground? Will there ever be reconciliation? We'll explore that in depth tomorrow. Meantime, we've got links to suicide prevention resources and information on how to help homeless youth on our website, fox13now.com. In the newsroom, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Now, for the past 2 days, we've been asking for your thoughts on Facebook.
Here's just a sampling. Tinaleti Tao says the love between a man and woman is sacred in the eyes of the Lord. I don't believe that gays and lesbians are born that way. Everyone chooses what they are by what they see and experience. Eric Sadler commented that some people are gay, some straight, some people are born white, black, Mexican, some are born male, female, and some both. This gay issue is the current racism. Get over it.
Mario Nathan Motha says, if you as a gay LDS member don't accept what they believe, please leave the church. They will never accept us for who we are. Help those in need that will make a difference in our community. And Justin Hatch says the LDS people did not overturn Prop 8. It was the voters in California who turned it over. We look forward to your continued comments on Facebook as we wrap up our series tomorrow night on Gays, Mormons, and Change.